Hey guys, and welcome to this very anticipated video. Very excitingly, today I am doing a tack room tour of this space, which is 4 meters by 4 meters for everyone who wants to know. I have put a lot of months into this tack room. It has taken, yes, many months. There is a fly in here. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Why? This fly is driving me nuts. It's like in Breaking Bad where they both go insane and like fall off the balcony in the meth lab. This took a long time to work out exactly what I was doing with the space and how I would make it look okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. So for the most part, the barn is done except for the outside of the tack room, as you can see, which is very much not done, and a number of other things like doors. That would be great to have, and also kind of front of a feed room kind of thing, aka a gate. That I've decided won't be in the tack room. Whistle jacket picture, I'm thinking I might put it on the outside instead. Anyway, we're just gonna head straight on in, because why not? We'll start off going to the left because I feel like that is what people do. So we've got reminders here because I feel like this is a good place for reminders. Also, second thing, I'm so sorry about the black lines that gradually go down the screen. That is because the lights in here have a similar frame rate to my camera, so they show up these kind of lines, which is very frustrating, but I've changed the frames per second on my camera to the only other option, and it's still happening. Not quite as bad though, which is good. Up here we have a sterling silver plaque that my farrier gave me, because clearly I'm the favorite client. And here we have a plastic trophy that says good lower leg, and that's from when once I was in a riding school and I got the award for good lower leg, and I just kept it, and now it's there because I've moved literally most of my horse stuff into here. Okay, now we have all my clothes that I feel like I would need down here. So protective vest, obviously, that should really probably more likely be in the float. Then we've got show jacket. This is my brown Animo one. Then we've got a show shirt, and then a waterproof jacket in case I need that down here. A warm, slightly waterproof jacket that's also long that I might need down here. And then we've got one of my sweaters that I had last year out. And then we've got my one of two fly veils that I have. Fly veils? Fly veils? I don't know. Fly veil. That sounds better. No, wait. What are they called? People just call them ears, so I'm just going to call them ears. I also want to put a t-shirt down here though, because I feel like in case I'm hot, I might just be able to change it to a t-shirt. Then we've got a box, which is a nice box because it's PS of Sweden, from when I got a double bridle, which I've used 3 times in total. And it's got my mum's, actually this is kind of cool. It's got my mum's, oh, and one of the caps, 2 of my caps. But my mum's literally probably 50-year-old halter, leather halter that she had for her horses. Check out how many times it's been like repaired and stuff. And it doesn't fit any of my horses because it can't go any looser, and it's cob size because none of my mum's horses were very big. Then we've just got a PS of Sweden brow band. Now down here we have a helmet and boot bag. It doesn't actually have a helmet in it, but it's got, I think, my black boots in this, and then they're my Sekiaris, which I'm actually considering selling because I don't really use them. This disgustingly trashed broom. And then moving on to the exciting colourful things, these are all my Lamia saddle pads that are dressage type. You know what I see here? I see room for more. So that's a bit dangerous. It's also got my second pair of ears that I have because, you know, 2 pairs of ears, and I've used them once ever. I've literally never used them. Then we've got 2 numbners. Bought this one very recently for a video. This one's the one I use all the time and I absolutely love it. It's size medium. Then over here we have all my GP saddle pads. This is my recent purchase, blush pink, which is cute. I think it goes so well with the other colours. Do you reckon? Oh my god, it looks so much better in real life. It's kind of depressing. So they're all my Lamia saddle pads because I love them. And then brown Grange half pad, which is also turning green, so that's interesting. Then a Total Fit half pad, which you can also add inserts into, and then my old Gilvy, which I also probably need to sell because I don't use it. Up here, sorry, it's a bit bright. Up here we have a sign that I use for trade events, which I haven't actually used yet, but I will be using for trade events. But for now, I might as well keep it in here and then it's out of the house and it looks cool like that anyway. Down here we have my other brand saddle pads. Used to love Chocomole, as you can see. This is one of mine that I am gradually designing. This one is the shape of a shell, so that's cool. Oh, I might as well show you. That's what I'm kind of thinking, that shape. And then just a number of other ones. This one I've literally never used as well because I got it for free. Because, you know, YouTuber life, be like. That's so sarcastic, please just shoot me. This one I absolutely love, but it's not got any front billet points and also it's really dirty. And this one, I used to dye saddle pads when I was like 15 and they're kind of cute. Alright, so into the drawers, and we have Bandages, which I have only very, very basic colours. Also, I found this yesterday. I bought it 2 years ago and I literally have never used them, but I found it and now I can use them, so that's cool. Thing for Micklem, more bell boots, a hacking brow band for when I used to do hacking, which I probably need to sell because honestly I'm never gonna do hacking, I don't think, ever again. I also have another 2 hacking brow bands so that's cool. Now this second one has stuff that I use a lot more. So we've got a Pessoa, which clearly needs to be cleaned and it's disgusting. So a single, we've got the monkey strap and stuff. Other things for bridals. These are ice boots, which are actually very, very expensive ice boots and I've never used them, but I'm sure I will soon when I'm back into cross country. We've got literally my only piece of black tack that I still own, which is a running martingale. We've got some draw reins, shock horror, oh my god, except I only use them for lunging, so please don't hate me. We've got a nose thingy, what's it called? A nose net, because Dexter has head shaker syndrome, so that helps on spring mornings, except that's just his spare one. We've got one of these thingies, which is like a back riser gel thing. I'm not sure what brand that is. I think it might be A Cavallo. We've got a fluffy stud cover for a stud girth, funnily enough. This I don't really use anymore. I used to use it a lot, but neither of my horses really need it because they don't have super sensitive skin. And also Dexter once got his shoe or his hoof caught on this and it like pulled away, which obviously it'll break, but a few people saw it and they were like, oh god, that looks not so good. So I got a bit nervous using it. Then we've got an anti-slip thing down here. That thing, a Professional Choice, I think it is. I think that's the brand. Yeah, so just stuff that I occasionally use. Then we've got boots down there in case I need to use other boots. I put a mirror here. I don't know why. A running theme in here is that if I have to use this stuff at a trade stand, I just leave it in here now because then I can use it all year round. My crops, which are mainly mine that I do from my brand, as you can see, HLH. That one doesn't have HLH because it was a sample. You can see there. Focus. This one's cute because it has my Instagram handle on it, kind of. Except it doesn't have a second H. That's fine. Then we've got one of the towels that I have run out of, so I don't really want to use it now. And just some ribbons from more recent shows, I guess. These are all my nice rugs because I love rugs that bring back memories. Like that one and that one and that one and that, yeah, anyway. And then also sponsored rugs, so this one and that one. And this one's from Interschool, when I went to Interschool in Sydney. And yeah, it's just really good memories of Jerry. There's literally none for Dexter in here because I still have to wash the only one he's worn. Then up here we've got from last year's state champs show jumping that Jerry did really well at. Down here we've got all my helmets. I've literally never thrown a helmet away because it kind of brings back memories from different eras of my riding career. Is that the right word? I don't know. But yeah, I only really use this one. I use the most probably at home, and that one. Oh no, that's the one I fell off in. I use that one at competitions. This one I occasionally use. That one I very, very, very occasionally use because it's out of date now. That one is just completely buggered. I have ridden in it multiple times. I'm sure if it fits your head, it's fine, but I have ridden in it multiple times and it's fallen off my head. So it doesn't really work very well. This one is my first ever helmet that I got when I was literally 7. And guess what, honeys? It still fits. Because clearly my head hasn't changed since I was 7 years old. So yeah, I should go to a show like this. I mean, not illegal or anything, but... Oh, and I forgot to say, up here is Wilbury the Wonder Pony, which has a really good meaning and everything like that. And then we've also got Peppermint Grove, which also has a really good meaning. I used to have lessons with Gillian Rolton, and it was just very sad for her to pass away so young. Here we've got riding outfit of the day, which was my original intention for a riding brand when I was thinking about doing it, literally about 4 years ago, maybe even longer. Fake plant, which is again for a trade stand. Then down here, sorry, I'm kind of mixing this up a bit. I've got my show boots that I use at shows, so show jumping show boots. And then we've got these for cross country, my cross country boots. Here is just like towels. These again I use for shows. In here, I don't actually know what's in. Oh, there is a helmet in here. What helmet is this? An adjustable helmet, which I can't actually be bothered taking out. I occasionally, very occasionally use it for when people come to ride my horses and they don't have a really tiny head like me. Another one of those gel back riser pads. These are boots I got on eBay and they're for an upcoming video, which is exciting. In here we've got some fluffy boots. I think that's more boots possibly. And then we've got bits, baby oil, and yeah, shoes in case my horses lose their shoes. I literally use 2 bits and I have so many others. This is what I take out every day when I have to take my horses and ride them. And so this is pretty much what I take out and take to the tack up area. So just got my gloves, everything that I need pretty much for grooming and boots and stuff. Here are other dressage boots, bell boots. I used to always use bell boots, but I don't really anymore. Back boots, but the front boots are missing. I need to put them back in here because they're in the float. And then other tendon boots, which also are falling apart. In here, oh, we've got more bandages. So that's cool. That's all done. This, which someone left from a wedding, because we hold weddings here. And yeah, a wedding person left this because it was like the groom was so tall and the bride was so small. So she brought this around everywhere so she could look taller. Yeah, she said we can have it. So now it's in my tack room. This clock, which is wrong. Yeah, I think it's like an hour wrong, but it works. And yeah, it was found in a abandoned house. Oh, look. This is why I also love in here. You can spy on my ponies out there. How cute. He's lost a shoe, so he's being a massive sook at the moment. So once again, just lots of memories from these ribbons. I hate when people are like, oh, it's only like a $3 ribbon, but really it's like memories and everything that come along with the ribbon. And that's like an achievement award from the riding club that I used to go to way long ago. This I got in Bali last year, and I'm so impressed with how well it fits in here. This I got from IKEA. This is from when I took it to Melbourne for a trade stand. It rubbed in the float, and so it's so frustrating because I paid like $500 for it, and now it can only really sit in here and stay at trade stands and stuff, which is really only really what I wanted it for, so that's fine. Down here is just electronics, so like a kettle for if I'm trying to bathe my horses in the cool weather. I boil that and just bucket bathe them, aka after like they've been clipped and you have to wash their coats so they don't get too itchy and all that. Then we've got these for ice vibe boots, which are like the vibrating insert things, a heater, and then in here just very random stuff, stationery plus winter riding gloves. Here's my leather conditioner and stuff for cleaning tack. And that's just very random stuff. This brush is my mom's brush from when she used to ride. It once broke in half, but then we screwed it back together. And yeah, how cool is that? That like we've still got a 50-year-old horse. Kind of cool. All right, this other side. And this is why I liked this table too, because it has a little bit of storage. So methylated spirits for cleaning stuff, Airguard, just random stuff, very random, a beanie in case I'm cold and I don't have a beanie on, charging for my phone. Alright, first aid stuff, and then more health stuff for my horses. And then more health stuff for like wounds and that. And then float key. There. Once again, just random stuff. I'm thinking of putting in a fridge and freezer under here if I can find one that fits, because that would be really handy. A mirror, which is from a trade stand once again, and I used to have it in my room. Then this happened. It's like damaged a bit. Oh, look at the pony. Hello. Hey, Pino. Everything's still coming together here, so there's a lot of like trash and stuff everywhere. As you can see there, it doesn't look that nice. So once again, yeah, ribbons, and then a rug. This is a bridal bag, which I've literally never used because I don't know how it works, but I'm sure one day before our show, I'll remember it's there and I'll use it and keep my bridal actually clean. Now down here is a bin because trash, me, put me in the bin. Then we've got my Equaline saddle, my Pessoa Gen X, and my Dressage saddle, which is a PDS, but it's actually a Pessoa Euro saddle. They changed the name pretty much just after I got the saddle. This is a recent purchase, and oh my god, how stunning is it? It's already very dirty though, which is a bit depressing. It's nice to know that it's working though. Now over here we have the very recent thing for this tack room, and while I was waiting to film this, I was waiting for this to be put up, and I'm very happy with how it looks. I was waiting for these to come because they took a few extra months because they didn't have them in stock. These were very expensive. These were like 30 bucks each. I think these were like $10 for 3, but it was like 3 linked together, so we had to cut them because I thought they were just like this, but they weren't. Still need to erase this line here. And then the board we got from Bunnings, we stained it and stained it again and then varnished it, and so yeah, it looks really fancy and nice now. And I got this idea from Pinterest pretty much. So we have a lot of bridles. As you can see, this one's a cob one, which I've been trying to sell, but no one seems to want to buy it for even $30, so now it's just there. So we've got my Micklem, which is currently on the bitless setting. I don't know. So this is one of 2 Micklems I have. And then this one is my figure 8 bridle, which is collegiate, and I don't know, I like the Bridle, but I haven't used it for a long time, but I don't want to sell it in case I have a horse, which would go better in a figure 8 bridle. This bit also I used with Dexter for a tiny bit, and then he was not very good in it. Hello! Hello! Pino! How cute is he? Back to the bridles. So then this one is Dexter's Bridle, which is Dijon, and it has this on it, which is a nose net, which once again is for his head shaker syndrome. He probably doesn't need it some days, but I just never really take it off, just in case. This one is Jerry's Dressage Bridle, I guess you could say, but I don't use it that frequently anymore. It is flexi fit, and this is a PS of Sweden brow band, because the other one didn't fit him very well. This is a good bridle. I think he's better in a Micklem though. This one is my other Micklem, which is the discontinued colour, and the reason why I got the other Micklem was because I didn't want this one to wear out much more, because it's like a 6 or 7 year old bridle. This is just one of my jumping saddle girths, which is more just in case I don't have my stud girths, like if they break or something like that. Up here, which is very cute, we have these drawings which were done by the very, very talented Metty Loth on Instagram, and she watches my videos, I guess, and so she did this original one of Jericho, which is so gorgeous, and then I swapped these other ones for clothing of mine. And yeah, I just think she is so insanely talented, and they look just so much like my horses. It's incredible. So moving on, this is my halter and random other stuff rack. This is a bridle I got that is really gross, but I got for a upcoming video. It has yellow reins. Why? Why does this exist? Then we've got this, which I won in America when I went to a show there, and how cool is it? We like never see anything like this in Australia, like proper, aside from in racing, I guess, and you would never win something like this, so I just think it's so cool. Then we've got Charlie's leather bridle, which is not real leather. So Charlie, Emerald Dream. Here's my 29, almost 30-year-old thoroughbred, which is now obviously retired. We've got, I guess, Pino's bridle, I guess you could say, which is from Southern Stars Saddlery, for everyone who asks me whenever I show this halter. It's very nice, but obviously this starts coming off, and so it doesn't look as great. These, that should not be there. Anyway, these lead ropes are from, I can't remember what saddlery, but I don't really suggest getting them, even though they look nice, because you have to open them like this, and it's just really annoying to do. This is Jericho's, yeah, Jericho's halter, which is by, is that by Horseware? Yeah, that's right. From when they had a sale Boxing Day last year. This is Dexter's, which is the exact same. The reason why it's done like this is because my old trainer, she always used to get her students to do this, and so I just think it looks really nice. And this is also for an upcoming video. That's one of my thingies. But this is from my trainer's range from way back in the day. I don't know when, probably in the 90s, I guess. But yeah, as I say, it's just for an upcoming video. I also should say I got this Persian rug from a Facebook ad. It's really nice, except it was too big, because I was like, oh, however many meters by however many meters. It was like 3.7 or something, and I was like, oh, 3.7, that'll fit fine because it's 4 meters. But then I didn't think, like, the door has to open. Hello, am I stupid? So I folded it over there because it was only like 300 or 250 bucks, which is pretty good for a Persian rug, which is like a real Persian rug like this. So I figured, like, whatever, it can stay like that. It can stay folded and then be probably ruined for the rest of its life. But yeah, it's happy here. Now, this chest I also got from a Facebook ad. It was like 100 bucks, but I thought it just matched very well. We actually matched these things to this. These hooks, which were from Kmart, used to be the same colour as that frame, but we matched them to the $100 Facebook chest. And in here I just thought it was perfect for rugs. Got all my better rugs, all my woolen rugs in here. Woolen rugs, also a neck rug there, and then lots and lots of summer rugs. Also tail things, yeah, more woolen rugs, more neck rugs, just lots of stuff like that. But yeah, it fits a lot of rugs in there, so I'm really happy with that. Then finally, what was just put on today, this cute little horse hook, which I'm not sure what I'll put on it, but it might just come in handy. And that was again from the same place that I got these hooks from, and it was probably a bit expensive, but I figure I might as well spend a bit of money on something like this because it'll last me a long time, and I would prefer it looking good than not looking good. He's still out there hanging around listening to me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you hopefully with a barn tour soon, but probably with another video next week. Bye guys!